It's a marsupial.
Is it koala?
But I don't know the name.
This is like a meerkat.
No, I recognize this animal, but
Koala bear?
Goose. The flying something.
I don't know what it's called.
20 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಲಾಗಳು ತೊರೆ ಹಳ್ಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಬಿದಿರು ಮಳೆ ಹೊಂಗೆ ಸಾಲು ಸಿಗೆ ಮಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತು. ಆವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಹೋದರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಾರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 15-20 ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಥರ ಸಿಗೋವು.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮರಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಲೈನ್ ಹಾಕೋಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಡಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮರಗಳು, ಸಿಗೆ ಮಳೆ, ಬಿದಿರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡಿಯೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಕ್ಷೀಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ.
ಮಾನವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಹಾಯಕ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಕಾಡು ಪಾಪವನ್ನು ಸಂರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದನ್ನು ಉಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು.
The Slender Loris, a nocturnal creature that for centuries has captured the imagination of the people, a creature that is shrouded in mystery because it's rarely seen during the day. It's a primate, meaning it belongs to the same order as the monkeys, the apes, and yes, us humans, which basically means this could have been our ancestor. And to think that we, who have possibly evolved from it, are the reason for its diminishing numbers is something to reflect upon. Found in forests of South India and Sri Lanka, the Slender Loris is an omnivore. This adorable creature, aptly named Kuttitevengu in Tamil and Malayalam, Unahapuluva in Sri Lankan, Vanmanav in Marathi, and Kaadu Paapa in Kannada, which literally means the baby of the forest. The loris' closest relatives are the slow loris Sunda, the Bengal, the pygmy, the Javan, the Philippine, the Banka, the Bornean, the Kayan River, and then we have the bush babies, all found in various parts of the world. The loris is an undemanding creature. As a matter of fact, it can spend its whole lifetime on just one tree, if that tree can make it feel secure and provide food. They are some of the most social animals in the animal world, but very little is known about this adorable primate, as very few venture to research on the Slender Loris.
ಕಾಡು ಪಾಪಗಳಿಂದ ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಲೇ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ಕಾಡು ಪಾಪಗಳು ಹಾನಿಕಾರಕ, ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಳೆ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹಾನಿಕಾರಕ ಕೀಟಗಳನ್ನು, ಇಲಿ ಮರಿಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಂದು, ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಹಲ್ಲಿ, ಓತಿ ಈ ಥರದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ಜೀವಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ.
Today, things have changed. Poaching activity has led to the steady decline of the species.
One incident that I would like to narrate is just 6 months back we had a Slender Loris which was brought to us, rescued by two city dwellers, and that animal was almost he was dehydrated. So we gave some water to the animal and we took it to our Bandarghata veterinary facility, and the animal died after an hour.
Native people have always believed that all parts of the Slender Loris have some medicinal or magical powers.
In these villages, in fact, even in the less developed areas in cities, these little animals are used for voodoo and black magic, wherein blood is drawn from the heart of this animal by multiple punctures, and that blood is used for some sort of black magic.
The fact that these creatures are adorable has led to the Slender Lorises being illegally smuggled to supply a growing exotic pet trade. Added to this are the loss of habitat, the electric wires, and of course the roads. And if this continues, then the Slender Loris will soon be relegated to the pages of history books. The only solution in saving the Slender Loris is by creating awareness.
We have to make the villagers and the public aware about these animals, how important they are to the ecology of a certain area and wildlife in general, and not just by regulation and by law, but also by continuous awareness campaigns.
It's important not to just focus on the large charismatic mammals like the tigers and the elephants and the leopards and the bears. It's also important to realize that there are so many small mammals and creatures that need our help and support for their survival, and one of which is the Slender Loris.
The Slender Loris, it's evolved over millennia, has existed for another millennia. The monkeys, the apes have evolved from it. We have evolved from the apes and monkeys. If nothing, we owe it to the babies of the forest. We, as the apex of evolution, have the power within us to undo what we have done or doing. For in doing so, there is a selfish act. We are safeguarding our lives and the lives of generations to come. We can if we want to, and want to, we all must. For in the din of our mundane lives, we have become deaf to the cries of a baby. It is time for a continuous awareness campaign, both persuasive and cohesive. It is time for encouraging active participation by villagers. It is time for building a bridge between the public and the departments. It is time for creating exclusive conservation reserves to double as nature labs to study the loris. And it's time for People for Papa. It's a beginning made.
BOSCH is a company which makes wonderful product filled with lots of newer technologies. Now business is a big thing, as a holistic thing. If you look at business of businesses, to make profit is what is written in management book somewhere. But in my view, business of businesses should be a little more balanced. It's not about only making profit, it's about making societies work, sustaining these societies, making the ecological system around where we do business, making that survive. And that's the whole picture of business. And if you look at our CSR team, they are doing a great job at this. BOSCH has been a firm believer of making a difference to the society at large than making profits as only one side of the business. If you look at our CSR team, we are taking two dimensions of change. One is education and second is environment. And towards this education and environment as dimensions, we have rolled out several programs. Hats off to this team, the kind of projects they have been doing, the kind of societal changes they are bringing in, the kind of environmental changes, projects that they are coming up with is a very good task.
The Slender Loris is becoming extinct, and this is something we would not like to take lightly. We would like our future generations to see the loris in the wild rather than read about it in the books. So, as part of CSR, we started an initiative called PAUSE, in short, Photography and Wildlife Squad, which would essentially involve volunteers to build awareness about this initiative and spread this message in places of habitat around the Western Ghats where the loris is found. So, to all those who are listening, be a part of this initiative. It is not just about saving the loris. There is much more at stake here. Share this message with your family and friends. It's important.
So here is an urge to you to join hands with us to continue to sustain this animal and sustain this ecological balance among the Western Ghats.